wow, what a building. Why is this here? What is this doing here? Boy, I like being here. And that's exactly what it was designed to make you feel.
The historic Loew's movie theater in Jersey City is built like a palace, opulent, almost to excess. It's one of the 5 fabled wonder theaters built in New York and New Jersey in the late 1920s, a time when films were mostly silent and going to a movie theater was a decadent event. But by the 1980s, the Loew's was a broken-down eyesore and slated for demolition.
In the fight to save it, it was almost a Frank Capra, Jimmy Stewart movie. No one thought it could happen, and it was the idea not of blue ribbon committees and high-powered people, but of average folks like me who thought it just shouldn't be torn down. And we got together and we went to city council meetings and planning board meetings.
Saving the Loew's was a triumph of grassroots activism, but the prize was a filthy, unusable theater.
There was no power, it had been cut off from power, there was no water, there was no heat. The projection booth had been gutted and stripped and pigeons were living in it. The auditorium had been divided into a triplex. The seats were covered in mold. The dressing rooms looked like a bomb had gone off. Nothing worked. And I looked at one of the hanging crystal light fixtures in the lobby, and it looked like one of the famous photos from the Titanic.
That was more than 20 years ago. And though the theater is open most of the year, it's still a work in progress. The task is huge, and the money's nearly non-existent. Most work is done by a handful of volunteers in their free time. Bruno Berton grew up in Jersey City, going to the Loew's when it was a first-run theater. Now he's retired and comes to the theater a couple times a week.
It's like an old home to me, my playground. And lots of people walking by can tell you the same thing, But this part of the work that I do, it's really non-essential, but it's desirable.
Most jobs are thankless. People marvel at the ornate entry, but few notice the polished brass, the thousands of refurbished parts in the theater's seats. Volunteers with no film or theater background have learned the quirks of old projection equipment, and until recently, an archaic lighting board.
That one.
This projector is equipped to play both sound on film and sound on disc. Disc as in record. This has a synchronized record player that runs along with the film and provides sound effect and hopefully, if you're very careful with everything, synchronized voice.
For silent films, there's a Wonder Morton theater organ, an exact replica of the one originally installed there. It took volunteers with the Garden State Theater Organ Society 10 years to painstakingly rebuild and install it.
It does transport you back. It has a time travel quality to it. It really is unique to be in a place like this and to play an instrument like that.
Often if you're watching public television, there's a documentary about some landmark that's been torn down, and there's the inevitable, after it's done, interviews, oh, what a shame, if only someone had done something, it would still be here. I think I take a lot of pride in the fact that because of what we've done, we went the other route. You don't have to say that. We did do something, and this place is still here.